At this stage of my life, I decided to go out in the world and give what I've learned over the last 8 decades of my life to others. I started off the end of COVID. I had a dream. And in this dream, I was supposed to go out and give workshops on healing. And I posted a video that said, I'm going on a 3-year world tour. Nothing planned, nothing laid out. And I just boldly said, I'm coming, world, here we are. And I've been to India, and I'm going to Dubai, and I'm going to the Asia and Tokyo and everywhere else in Europe. And it happened. I was told to do it. I'm doing it. And while I'm out there doing this, because I can't reach enough people, and I'm on probably almost 2 million views on other people's channels. Nice big audience. But I'm looking for individuals, people in their 40s, 50s, 60s that are seekers, that want to learn something deeper, that want to take what I've learned, add to their own, and give it. So I'm really looking for seekers that want to teach. No charge. This is not a business. No one's charged for any of my events. I pay my way around the world. Sometimes friends help me out, thank you. But it's not about anything more than giving. It's about love. As I travel around the world, and I mean literally travel around the world, I found that the greatest disease of the world, the greatest, is lack of self-love. People do not love themselves. And yet they want to give love to others. You cannot give what you don't have. If you don't love yourself, you cannot love others. If you cannot forgive yourself, you truly can't forgive others. And the real key is, if you don't appreciate everything that life gives you as a gift, not as other people teach, a lesson. Oh, it's a lesson. It's a gift. Even cancer, even so-called bad things, it's all a gift. Your job is to find out what that gift is. You've come in today. Today is kind of an introduction. But every time I have a session, even if it's not said this is a healing session, they all are. I do healings hands-on. I do healings hands-off. But most healing is done with the most powerful instrument of all, the eyes. Some of you may have already been uneasy, like, what's he looking into me this morning? As you walked in, every one of you, I made contact with the eyes. That's where the true healing happens. And if you're receptive and you have an open heart chakra, you'll receive a healing today. You don't have to wait till tomorrow or through Sunday. This is all about self-love, realizing that God is within each of us, that each of us is in the presence of God because that's our higher self. I'm going to say something, and it may not sound well in German, but basically, if you believe it, it's real. If you believe it, it'll happen. Believing is more important than wanting to believe. Everybody wants to believe. That's called faith. I have faith, I believe in miracles. No, you don't. But when you know the sun's coming up tomorrow, you know you're going to be healed, you know that there's love there. Knowing is different than believing. And when you believe in things like children do, your heart chakra is open and you see things. So it's not, if I see it, I'll believe it. It's, if I believe it, I will see it. This deals with my time, one of my many times in India, I was there for 2011. I just left Germany, Munster, where I gave a workshop. That's another whole story. Got to India and I had a major heart attack. And I was coming home to America from India, and I'm at the ashram packing up my bags ready to leave. And the guru's wife told me, "We'll wait here, we're going to go." And it was a room full of devotees of this guru. Some had been meditating a little time, some a long time, some very serious. There was a couple of girls, ladies, the girls to me, they're in their 30s, that's a girl, okay, from Sweden. And their idea of yoga was leotards and the poses and, and the music and, on the beach in the sun. And there was a serious group of meditators there. I was sitting in the kitchen at this ashram, and I felt somebody behind me looking at me. So I turn around, and I see not a vision, not a ghost, not an actual human body standing right behind me. It was the guru of Paramahansa Yogananda, Sirateshwar. Anybody know who that is? Sirateshwar? Standing behind me with his arms folded and looking at me and giving me this love. And I just had a major heart attack. So I'm thinking, well, maybe I'm getting close to going. So I look at the group and I see these two young ladies. I'll pick out two young ladies. I see these two young ladies sitting there, and I said, "Do you see anything?" And they go, "Come on," and they were back to their conversation, and playing with their smartphones. And I go, "Okay." And there was a young man from Texas, in the United States. His name was Mark Griffin. You may know him. And he says, "Bill," he says, "I see this bright sun behind you, like a sunburst, like an orb, and it's shining this great light. And I'm feeling love. I'm embraced with love overwhelmingly." And I go, "Okay, Mark, that's good." And there was this other guy who you also know, Brian Yoso, a lawyer from Los Angeles, young man, who'd been meditating a long time, a heavy meditator. And he goes, "You ain't going to believe this, Bill." I said, "Try me." And he says, "I see Sirateshwar standing behind you, but it was like a vision, kind of like a vision. I'm seeing a solid body, flesh and blood. He's seeing a vision, like an apparition. The other guy is seeing the light and feeling the love. And yet these two young ladies saw absolutely nothing, felt nothing, and yet we're all experiencing the same event. But at our level of attunement, our level of frequency, our spiritual frequency, opens that door. And we'll talk about frequency afterwards. But basically, if your frequency is high enough, even in this room right now, we're not alone. You're all at your different levels. You see and feel what you want. But if you're really sensitive right now, you're going to be feeling the presence of someone else here right now. We spend so much time thinking, analyzing, taking data, seeing things, and believing what we see, that we're really lost. We're lost on our journey because the journey is an inward experience. And by altering your frequency, I'm going to talk about that, your frequency, what you vibrate at. If you're into meditation, you realize on the higher meditations that you're channeling energy up the spine, like with higher techniques like Kriya Yoga and others. You're changing the energy, the electricity, the power that's connecting all your chakras. When you evolve, you're like a tuning fork, and you vibrate. But you will vibrate around people that vibrate like you. So if you want to evolve, you naturally move to people that vibrate at a higher rate. So my job, my task, is to help you evolve your frequency. It's all about you. I give you the power. You're in charge. You are your own healer. You are your own teacher. You are your own guru. You are your own higher self, which is a part of the source, God. And when you love yourself, that is the highest frequency that you can generate. Love is the song of the universe. Love vibrates in every atom. And that vibration makes a sound. And that sound is Om. So what can you do to change your frequency, make it higher? Meditation, number one. But how you treat others is just as important. You can meditate all day long and you're this great saintly person when you're meditating, but you're not nice, you're not kind, you're not compassionate. You've negated all that. You're not gaining anything. So prayer, meditation, eating good food, taking in good energy, meaning this: if you hate someone, including yourself, your energy's low. Your frequency is low. When you hang around with thieves and gossiping people, your energy gets low. You watch cable news all day long, your energy goes down. If you're watching pornography on the internet and bad movies and listening to music that's, violent, lower frequency energy, you'll pull your energy down. So it's not a sin to eat meat or bacon or, do drugs or alcohol. Not sins here. We're talking just about managing your frequency. Whatever pulls your energy down, pulls your frequency down. You're not in vibration with your highest self. That's all I'm talking about. So if you want to heal the world, heal yourself first. If you want to love the world, love yourself first. That is all part of changing the frequency. And as I go from group to group, changing your frequency, that adds to the whole frequency change of the world. Even if it looks like a little bit, it's a positive thing. The big question that most everybody has, really, why are we here? What's our purpose? Or as they say in India, what's my dharma? What's los, right? What's going on? It's really not that complicated. We make that very complicated because we have these adult minds that overthink. If you listen to me long enough, you're going to find, this guy don't know nothing. He's a child. Yes, that's how I teach. That's how I love. I got 2 college degrees. It doesn't mean anything. I'm still a child. And I really admit I don't know anything. But I do know love. And that's all that counts in the end. So we're here not to become rich, famous celebrities, millionaires, do all these invent things, become Nobel Prize winners. None of that matters. When you leave here, the only question is this: not who loved you, because you could be a celebrity, but who did you love? Did you love those that didn't love you? Did you love your enemies? shall love your neighbors. Shall I love those that loved you back? Love all as yourself. This whole thing gets back to loving yourself. And then when you read the scriptures, love your neighbor as yourself. Love your enemy, right? It's all saying love you. And when you love you and you forgive you and you learn to be grateful. And I mentioned these three things, and those that came early, you heard me playing the ukulele and singing a song about Hawaii. In the Hawaiian culture, when I was a young man, the big thing was, if you wanted to heal, learn to heal people, you had to learn to love yourself first. You had to forgive yourself. And you had to be grateful for everything that happens to you in your life, including cancer, divorces, losing a job. It didn't matter. It's not a lesson. It's a gift. Your job is to figure out that gift. And in the end, everything happens to you to make you spiritually stronger in the end, to make you evolve into this loving, childlike God that's within you, joining that. I spend my life looking for God everywhere. And everywhere I've gone, and it doesn't have to be a cathedral, doesn't have to be a temple, doesn't have to be a sacred cave in India, doesn't even have to be with a sacred, special person. When I just go into self-love, close my eyes, I'm in the most sacred place I can be. My heart chakra is my womb. I feel its beat. When you reach that point where everything is about love, even when it looks like it's not, things happen to you that look bad, never ever ask God to take away the problem. It's a gift, remember? You're telling God, give me money, give me a car, give me a job, give me a nice person in my life, no troubles, but if you send me bad things, I don't want them. Those gifts I don't want. If you believe God is all-knowing, knows everything, knows what's good for you, knows what's happening, just the act of going into prayer saying, God, my 98-year-old grandmother's dying, please help her. You know, like, what? You know, God didn't know this. Or I got something wrong with me. God, take care of it. I never ask for intervention or taking something away. I always ask in my prayers, give me the strength, give me the wisdom, give me the knowledge, give me the tools, give me the friends and the company and the support I need. Give me courage. I want to take on whatever that is. I'm going to slay my own dragons. Thank you, Lord. Just give me a sword. That's how a spiritual warrior finds the divine within them. They accept all as supposed to be, no complaining, and are thankful for the gifts. You are the teacher, you are the guru, you're the healer, you don't need anything outside of you. That is true. But when a baby comes into this world, that's all true of them, but they need a mother and a father and somebody to give them education, and they move up the steps of life till they become that person that doesn't need that exterior help. It's like a stairway to heaven. When you start on your path, you go up the steps. Yeah, you need somebody to hold a mirror up and say, hey, you're not doing good. It's hard for us to evaluate ourselves. So a true guru, a true teacher would serve that purpose. What I'm telling you, though, is as you evolve, there's a point in time where it's all about you and you realize it. It's always about you. But we all don't start off at the top of the stairs. We have to evolve there. And anytime you can get someone in your life that can direct you and teach you and help you, don't turn it down. But separate the teacher, the guru, and all these other people from the character, from the human being, the ego, and see the God in them, not the personality. The God in them is what you're worshiping. The God in them is what you're following. That same God in them that is in you. That's where people get into trouble. They worship the character, the personality of that teacher, and wherever the teacher ends up doing and going, you could destroy your faith. No. If you follow the God within, it matters not. The God within you bows to the God within them. That's it. It's very simple. So I just want to make that statement because people, well, I don't need anybody. And yet they don't have the wisdom yet to determine what's good for them, what's a good direction. But it's steps. It's progress. It's evolution. 2 rules that Reverend Bill tells everybody. These are the 2 most important rules. First rule, you have to love everybody. And it was, well, I was abused. You got to love everybody. But no, rule number 2, just as important, you don't have to like anybody. You got to love them, but you don't have to like them. It's a difference. You love the God in them, but you may not want to hang around with them. Maybe they should be locked up in jail. Maybe you don't want to see them. You should be with people that make you feel good about being you. People that support your growth. If you're hanging around with people that make fun of you, tease you, that's kidding, but they're really jealous or envious of you, or they don't like you, or they don't believe in you, don't go there. There's too many dream killers out there. You share your dream in your heart with somebody and betrayal, or they use it as a weapon, or they make fun of you, and they don't support your vision. Keep that vision within. Careful who you share it with. But you have to love them. You don't have to like them. Important. I talked about loving yourself. I mentioned forgiving yourself, but I didn't talk about it. Forgiving yourself is the most important thing. Everybody has done something, and Santa Claus knows who did what, right? So, if you can't forgive yourself, you're saying, well, God can forgive me, but I'm too good. I got a higher standard. I don't forgive me, right? You got to forgive yourself. Without doing that, you're in a prison. You don't move forward. You make a mistake. You got to go, I made a mistake. You got karma. There's the debt. You know, if I eat 10,000 extra calories a day, I can forgive myself, but I'm still going to gain weight, right? So, but you got to, someplace along the line, you got to say, it's okay. I'm only human. It's okay. Forgive yourself. And when you can forgive yourself, only then can you forgive others. And when you forgive others, you're not doing it for them. All forgiveness is a gift to you. Somebody did something to you 20 years ago, and it's in your mind, you think about it every week, guarantee they haven't given it a second thought. But you've thought about it for 20 years, and it just, how could my father, my uncle do this to me? How could this happen? How my husband do this? Let it go. You've given them 20 years of your life of thinking about it. You have punished yourself. They don't care. People do things to you. They don't give a second thought. But forgiving people doesn't mean, David, forgive me. You did this to me, but I forgive you. And David's going to go, what kind of ego is this? What did I do to you, right? So it's not about telling people you forgive them. There's a time and a place for that. only when asked for. This is a heart thing. In my heart, I've forgiven you. Doesn't mean I want to associate with you. If you cheated me out of money, I don't want to do business with you anymore. Or I divorced you, I don't want you around. But I forgive you. Move on. Cut the ropes and the chains. You are the prisoner, not them. When you forgive them, you're free. But freeing yourself by forgiving you for what you've done is huge. The more intelligent you are, the higher IQ. What's a German word for IQ? Okay, all right. The smarter you think you are, the less likely you are to forgive yourself. It's like, I knew better. I know better. I shouldn't have did that because I'm smart. Go back to being that child. We're all children. We're all children that want to be hugged, want to be loved, want that Mother God divine love. That's what we're seeking. We're seeking the mother of the universe. The father's everybody, father's no big deal, right? It's the mother. Why? Because it's that divine feminine energy, compassion, love, forgiveness, kindness, intuition. And for us guys, we got to go, there's some power there. We're even seeking that. Men thinking, analyzing, fixing. Tell me a problem, I'll fix it. A woman you tell a problem to, they listen. A man you tell a problem to, they want to fix it, right? Difference. I want to thank all of you for coming today. I hope that you find value in this opening. This is just an opening to come tomorrow. Tomorrow's the heart of what I'm doing. Tomorrow's about self-healing. We're going to talk stories of healing and miracles. And as you listen to me, they're nice stories. They're entertaining. They're inspirational. Yeah. But the stories are not important. Just as this talk I'm giving is not important. It's not the words. While I'm doing this, there's an energy exchange. And there's some very willing hearts out here I'm feeling that are very open and they're receiving. You will receive to the degree that your heart chakra is open. I'm here to give you everything I can. When I die, I want no secrets left. Here's what I've done to make my life better. Here's what I'm sharing with you. Take it, run with it, do something with it. Become a true lover of God, starting with loving yourself. If you love that part of you, you'll see it in everyone. I see it in all of you because I look at you as an expression of myself. You are me. And if you're looking at me, you should be seeing yourself. There's nothing outside of me, outside of you. This is not I. This is us. We. What's the German word for that? Yeah. All right. So this is oneness. And when you see the Czech Republic, America, Canada, British, the Russians, it's all one. It's one world. Somebody drew lines on the globe. It's all us. There are no chosen people, nobody special, because we're all special. And if we're all special, then nobody's special. So take your choice. We're either nobody's special or we're all special. God loves us all. God has no religion but love. If you're practicing love and you've added that to your religious beliefs, have fun. If whatever religion you follow makes you happy, I'm happy. Because it's all about love. So pick and choose what you want to believe in. It's up to you. God don't care. None of us are going to hell. Because it's all us. It's all God. Know that you're loved. Know that I love you.